Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me back from another video. So in today's video, as I said, we have another Is It Worth It, this time on Assassin's Creed Unity, which if you don't know, we got it for free like a couple weeks ago. So this video, I have a lot to say because I actually like put time into this game, like a lot of time versus, well, I invested in the game mentally. So I want to like put these into parts because I feel like that'd be best. So we're gonna start off with part one, which is gameplay. So the thing I like about this game is that the graphics are phenomenal. Like, they look really good, and it's 2019. You could be like, oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks nothing like that. This game doesn't even look that good. But like, for 2019, it looks really good. Like, comparing it to Fallout 76, which, you know, we don't talk about that game. That game looks like trash. Like, I've seen games in 2019 that haven't compared to this game. The cutscenes in this game are really good. They're pre-rendered, obviously, so they look better than the actual gameplay. But the gameplay, as you can see, look phenomenal. And you have to keep in mind this game came out in 2014. In a couple of months, that'll be 5 years ago, which is a long time. Like, we're growing old. Yeah, you gotta get used to it. 5 years ago this game came out, and this is what it looked like 5 years ago, and it looks great. But it's also because the new generations of consoles came out, the Xbox One and PS4, before all of the fancy S, the X, and all of that. This was just the base. They just came out. Like, it hasn't even been a year yet, and Ubisoft was like, hey, let's be like Rockstar and put this console to the limit, and that backfired a little bit, but we'll get into that later. So, also coming with the great graphics is the great story, or good story. I'm not sure if I go great yet. The story is really good. It starts off, you're a kid, and if you pay attention to all of the other Assassin's Creed, it just ties in beautifully. It's so perfect, because once I figured out, like, you probably play Assassin's Creed Rogue, then this game immediately, because that's the best way I see it. But like, the story, it just ties in great. It's a really good story, and it's also 2014, so you know, games weren't completely trash yet, so it makes sense why the story's good. And I can't really have an opinion on the newer Assassin's Creed because I haven't played them, because I have not cared for the new settings. And after they kind of killed off Desmond, the game, like, it just took a downside for me. It's just it's alright. Like, the new Assassin's Creed, it doesn't even like Assassin's Creed. There's only like 2 outfits that make you look like an assassin. Jesus. So the story's great. There's a love story in there, and I almost feel like it's kind of forced on you. They could have probably tweaked that better and made it better, but otherwise the story's pretty good. Now, compared to the game that came out before this, which I believe was Black Flag, it's not nearly as good as that, but it's still pretty good. So another thing is the game, like the actual gameplay, like the mechanics of it. All of it is nice. The parkour in it works pretty well. There's times where it doesn't work, but it works mostly. So I'm gonna actually get into that in a couple minutes. So the battle mechanics of it is also nice. I actually really enjoy it when you're in a battle, especially like the 5-star guys, where you could just like actually have a competition. And the snipers, if you have snipers there, they're the biggest a-holes, because all they do is sit back and snipe you like they're intended to. And it's just like, why? They suck. But like the big guys, the really fat guys with the long swords, or I guess staffs, whatever you would call them, they're fun to fight, and the mechanics are fun, especially when you hit that parry, or parry, wherever it's called. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of retarded. Sorry, just quoting Alex Jones right there. But the game mechanics are fun. I enjoy fighting people. It's one of my fun things to do. Like, you'll see me run around. I think in this video there's might be some of me just running around just killing people just because I like it, and that's not like a sociopath or whatever, psychopath. There's so many different paths. It's not me being insane like, oh, I want to kill people IRL. I just enjoy killing people in this game because the mechanics of it are pretty fun. And you know, that's what most games are. It's like Call of Duty. Why did it become fun? Because it's fun to kill people like that. If if you're a parent and you don't know, you probably think I'm crazy. If you're like any other person in the world, you know what I'm talking about right now. So I like the battle mechanics. Know that sometimes it can be a little wonky, but that's pretty much it for that. The mechanics I like, and it's on par with other Assassin's Creed, but I don't know why, I just enjoy it. Other Assassin's Creeds are a little better, but I also like the quick shots. You know, you hit someone down to no health, they're just sitting there and they're about to like shoot you because they're like, and you just tap whatever button you have it and you just kill them instantly. Oh, that's so fun. But otherwise, mechanics of this game are fun. Just the part where I don't like the mechanics is in the Helix Rift missions, I think they're called, which I'll have gameplay up, and basically what it is that you run around and you start getting like these gems, maybe, I don't know, they're just like colorful lines. Blues are 10s sometimes. Yeah, blues are 10s, orange are 20s, red are 50s, and the reds, or not reds, greens, sorry, the greens are 50, and you have to sit there for like 2 seconds to get them. And you know, if you kill someone, you get 20 points. And if you follow the, like, it's an outline of a character, and you could just notice like what outfit they're rocking. I've seen Altair and Ezio before, but if you just follow them, they'll give off more. But those are like worth 5, 10, 2s. They're not as much as the normal ones, but he'll give you off some. And actually, to get some of the outfits, you're gonna have to play them. So you know, I would just get it over with because they're kind of annoying. Know that it's not exactly. I just got them all done with. The ones in the medievals are definitely the hardest, or not even hard. They're just super annoying with how they work. But in that, you could really see where the mechanics start like pissing you off. Like, I'll be parkouring and it just sucks. Like, you want to do one thing, you don't do it. But I've noticed that with almost every Assassin's Creed, where the thing you're intending to do, it doesn't do. Like in the older Assassin's Creeds, I remember this specifically. If I'm trying to run up something and I'm wall climbing and I want to get up to like the roof or something, or get over a ledge, it'll sometimes just fling me backwards. Like, okay, dude, cool. So this is where the game mechanics can piss you off a little bit, because it really annoys me, especially when you're getting challenges done and it's counting down to the timer, because you only have like, what, 2 minutes to get all of it, and it's a lot. And when it messes up, it really pisses you off, because you're like, alright, I'm just trying to do this challenge, and then you end up repeating that same mission like 50 times. Know that these Rift missions are also a great way to harvest money, which gets you better equipment and actual like stuff like medicine and all that. So like the 5 stars, you could just harvest them and play them for an hour, and you'll have like 100,000 some, was it francs, I think they're called. You just get more money. You could, it's like farming them. That's how I did it. I just farmed them until I could get 5 stars, or 5 gems, I guess. So that's that. So Helix Rift missions are where they come out and really show you why you don't like the game. So anyway, that's been it for the gameplay. Now we're gonna get on to part 2. Alright, so part 2, as you just saw, it's customization. So this game has a lot of customizing, like a lot compared to other Assassin's Creed, which maybe the newer ones have a lot too, but this is where they really broke out and were like, hey, we're gonna give you a lot of stuff. Like, if I could compare this, it's like Assassin's Creed 3 was Halo 3, and don't combine them, it's just how I'm comparing it. And Assassin's Creed Unity is Halo Reach. Like, this is the Halo Reach of customizing. There's so much, like, a lot. Like, I can't even explain it. There's a lot of, like, the equipment, you know, you have, like, hundreds of thousands, not thousands, you have hundreds of them. You could pick wherever, you know, a helmet or a hood, I guess, wherever you want. The better, you know, it's gonna be. Like, this, the lower down on the list, the better it's gonna be, and the more expensive. But you could also pick up chest, waist, legs, wrist, you know, like the things your hidden blades come out and you're like, woo. But like, the customization in this game is unbelievable. And you might just be thinking equipment, but no, there's a lot of guns in here. So you could be rocking the one-handed, which is just like, you know, the sword, which I invested early and got 5-star at the beginning of the game, so I could just like go around killing people, which I thought was a smart move, because I got ahead of the game pretty quickly and I could just run through missions like nothing. Then there's, you know, pistols, which there's a lot of weird ones. Like there's one with like 5 barrels or something. I just got one that's pimped down like pearl and gold, and it looks dope. And you know, you just whip it out, boom. Which it's a pistol from the 1790s. I think this game takes place, maybe early 1800s. So the pistols are old. They look like they're from World War One. So there's that. Then there's skills, which, you know, the skills are not as much as I've seen in the newer ones, because I think it was Odyssey, which has like a whole damn tree of skills. This is just, you know, you have health, stealth, ranged. I think for some reason you have like your longs and your shorts, which is just that. If I could do anything, I would get pick locking. Yeah, is that what it's called? I can't think. The thing that helps you get open chests, but I just say that because I've been playing a crap ton of Fallout, and doing that, opening locked doors in Fallout, is really fun for some reason. Especially if you have the perk, which, you know, you bobby pins don't break, so you get unlimited tries, which is great. But honestly, I would invest in health probably, because you die quickly, especially if you're in like a castle and you're fighting off people and there's snipers in the background being a-holes and they're like, hey, and they just kill you. Which you can see in this. I'm pretty sure I was fighting people and a sniper in the back just kills me, and I don't have my mic on, but I'm pretty sure I was like, damn, like I was not happy. So the customization in this game is beyond me. It's really good. There's just so much you could choose from. Literally every man for himself. And you could change the colors of your equipment, so, you know, I have it on yellow because it's my favorite color. No, that looks like utter trash. I looked at the green, which you can see me go back to it because it's like, hey, that looks good. But you could get any colors. There's a red one, which looks pretty good. There's a Joker one, which is like purple and like a really dark green, which it looks alright. Sorry. So you could change your colors. You could really do whatever. Just, I wish you could have a little more customization on the colors and pick up which colors, and not just have preset colors, which, you know, it is what it is. But customization in this game is beyond me. I love it. Know that I still rock an outfit, so you don't even get to see it. So that's part 2. A lot of customization, all the guns and equipment. So gonna get straight to part 3, which is probably gonna be my favorite. Okay, so part 3, this is gonna be by far my favorite, just because I went out of my way to get all of them, which is the legacy outfits, which they're just outfits actually. A lot of them are legacies, but others are just like outfits. So a lot of these are, you just get them out of the chest. Like there's these golden chests, I forget what they're called, but you just do it. Like the first thing I did when I actually got this game was go out and get Connor, which you saw in my first video on this game. But you get Edward from Assassin's Creed 4, you could get Ezio, and I think there's one other you get from, it's Shay. You get Shays from a chest, and there's one from Dead Kings, which if you got it when they were giving away, came with the game, which I didn't even know you get it out of a chest. I just found it. Actually, there's 2, because there's one you get in the chest near the end of the DLC, then there's one I accidentally found, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But then the rest you actually have to like do stuff like the Napoleon one in Dead Kings. There's Napoleon hats everywhere. You just gotta collect them. They're kind of tricky to find, because once you start collecting them, they'll disappear and you have to look up a guide on where they are, which I had to do, which took me like 2 hours because you could know which one you got wrong. So that was that. But the other ones are Altair, which his was kind of annoying, but not really. You just need a guide and you should be fine, which is the Helix Rift missions, which I said you get outfit out of. I can't remember outfits for some reason. Anyway, you just get collectibles, which there's collectibles in there, and you just look at the person doing the guide, and sometimes they won't spawn there, so you have to repeat it, which takes time. That's why he's a little annoying. Then you have the Thomas one, which you can see me rocking, which I said in the first video I had, which this guy was annoying as hell, but it was an interesting way how you got it. So you had to go all around Paris and get 18 different riddles, which within those riddles, it was like 3 other ones. It was like, you know, when you get homework and your teacher's like, oh, it's 10 questions, and it's like 1 ABC, 2 ABC. It was like that. You just had to go around and do it, and it's all in sectors. So once you got back, you had to do riddles within there, and one of them was like, just watch guides on the first one, which is just like move stuff until you hear a click. Then you just get in. The second one, I honestly forget. The third one, I remember being the most annoying because there was this gas which did very little damage to you, but it would knock you off, and you had to do platforming. So that was annoying. That took me like 30 minutes to get through that one. Sorry, I don't know why, but I yawn like 50 times when I'm doing videos. I absolutely hate it, and I don't know how to get past it, because once I stop, I'll be fine. So, anyway, that's how you get that. Then you get the outfit, which is just Altair, but all black, and it's the dopest outfit within the game, period. Fight me on it. I might even say it's better than Connor's, which Connor's I like, but in Assassin's Creed 3, I also rocked, I think it was the New York one, which is red and black, which looked phenomenal. So that's the one I love, but the outfits in this game are really fun to get, and the other ones you just get within playing the game. Like, there's, I forget his name, he calls you Piss Pot. It's like one of the first characters you meet in the game when you're actually like becoming an assassin. You get his outfit just by playing missions. Then the last outfit, which is Arno's master outfit, you just get that for being the game, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna look like trash, and it didn't look actually that bad. I mean, there was ways you could have improved on it, but I didn't think it was that bad. So that's all the outfits and how to get them. I think the rest is like, there's one that has like an iron helmet and Dead Kings, which you have to just go through a mission. You have to find it. It's in like a pub and understairs. You just start it. It's a side quest. You just kill 3 people and you have it. So that's that. And I think that's it for the outfits. So going on to part 4, which is gonna be the worst part. So part 4 is the negatives of this game, which there's a lot, but I feel like the cons might outweigh it. So first thing is there's a crap ton of bugs and glitches. You will even see some in the gameplay. I think there's one where like some guy's face is all messed up, and I know there's one where it just jolts my camera into the other direction, which, you know, it's not that bad, but I've come across a lot of bugs and glitches, which this game is infamous for. It's like, oh, Assassin's Creed Unity, that game sucks because it's riddled with bugs and glitches, which it has its fair share, but it's not as much as people made it out to be. I mean, they're gonna be here, and you're gonna have to get ready to deal with them, but it's not that bad with the glitches and bugs. I didn't know like as many as like people were complaining about. No, that those were also from 2014 when they probably didn't care about the game. I would imagine they patched it up a little bit, but they didn't patch it up fully. But it's still kind of sad seeing all of it, because this game, if they got it like perfect and didn't have those simple mistakes in there, it would have been probably one of the best Assassin's Creed, because it's just good, but the bugs and glitches just kind of like, it just takes the points of it down fast. So that's there, which I didn't notice too many. I noticed many, don't get me wrong, but not as much as people were hyping it up to be. But something I did notice, which was frequent, and this pissed me off a lot, is crashes. This game crashed on me a solid 50 times throughout my gameplay. Like, it crashed on me before I even like tried to get this gameplay, and I was like, okay, dude, it crashes a lot. I don't know if that's a PC port problem, because a lot of PC ports, they get like the brunt. They're like, oh, PC, ooh, okay, buddy, give you this like B team, versus consoles that get 18. But I experienced a lot of crashes, and they're really annoying because it will be mid-mission and just bam, it just closes, and you're like, okay, dude. So the crashes in this game are beyond me. I've never experienced so many crashes in a game before. So that's the one reason that brings my opinions on this really down to the floor, because the crashes are really annoying, and it's a simple fix. I guarantee. I'm not gonna say it's simple because I don't know, but if almost every game can not have crashes, I guaranteed you this will be fine. So crashes are really bad, and Ubisoft is definitely not patching this game 5 years in, so you're gonna have to just deal with it and get over it, which I did, and I still enjoyed the game. So one other thing is the negativity towards the game. There's so much negativity towards it, and it's like overhyped negativity. Like, it wasn't as bad as people were hyping it up to be. Like, the game was still good and I enjoyed it, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of negatives to it that really shoot the game into the ground, but people were overhyping it in 2014. Maybe it made sense because I didn't play it back then, but in 2019 it's really overhyped for, you know, the actual like crashes and all that. Like, it's not as bad as people were like, oh, this game sucks, it's all bugs and glitches, you can't even do anything. Like, no, you'll be fine. You just have to get prepared and understand that it will happen, and then you should be fine. Just don't get mad, which if you get mad easily, maybe this game isn't for you, but if you could be patient with it, you'll be okay. So that's it for that. And which kills a little bit off of this is that how cheap it is. Like, I think it was like $1 or something. You could get it for like $1 off eBay, which if you can't find $1, dude, just go on to like the street and just start dancing, and someone is sure to come along and give you $1. So the game is stupidly cheap, which makes it way better because you could just get it and try it without like breaking the bank at all. And I guarantee you the DLC is probably like what, $1 or $2, and the DLC I enjoyed, but it's weird how they did it because if you beat the game and all that, it leaves loopholes in there. I'm not going to talk about it because, you know, spoilers, and some people might not have played it. I'm not going to be that guy. But the game is super, super cheap, like $1. So it won't break your budget by any means. So I would just go ahead and like take the risk. So this is where we get into it. I'm just going to call this part 5. Because I didn't even make this part in the script I wrote, but part 5 is it worth it? The whole point of this video. All the way out here, probably like 10 minutes, probably about now. I'm going to be way off, but is it worth it? I'm going to say yes. Cop it. Alright, now, this one took me longer to decide on because I wanted to get through the story fully to understand, and the DLC, which I did, and they're both fun. I've really enjoyed the story, but the negatives towards this, which I just explained, is really what killed the game a little for me. So that's why it's on the lower end. If I could go for any game, I would probably go for Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered or the original Assassin's Creed, which still have their problems, but they're just better in my opinion. But if you played them and you haven't played this, I would say yes, it is worth it because it's what, $1. So you just get it, and yeah, it's worth it. I'm gonna say it. All right. If you don't think it's worth it, explain in the comments. I really like to read them. I would definitely respond. I respond to every comment within 48 hours. I'm not going to hold myself accountable to that, but I respond to every comment. So that's been it for the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. If you want to see more Is It Worth It, I mean, you're going to, because I really enjoy making the series. Put it down in the description, or the comments. So anyway, that's been it for the video. I'll be back Thursday, which is in 2 days. So, yeah. Woo! Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. See ya, YouTube.